Welcome to another 10 at 10 for 10 training and leadership development. And don't I look good today? I had a nice clean shave yesterday. I went to the barber shop, so I'm feeling refreshed. Beautiful day over here in the Philippines, and we have a full house here in our training today. So those that showed up for our 9:30 pre-show, I think they really enjoyed it. Uh, this is we're getting bigger by the day. I'm very excited about the growth that we're having. So now that we're growing so much, I do want to put some attention on making sure that we get people a fair chance when it comes to how they start. So let me explain what I'm talking about. I'm going to share my screen. We want it to be a good deal for everyone. All right, so we were looking at these luxury cars. You notice that they range from here's a $250,000 one. Here's one for, about 65,000, a BMW. So if you want to get like into here's one way down at 35,000, an Integra, Acura. But if you want to get into a McLaren, get ready to drop a cool $250,000. If you want to get into a Maserati, 160,000 probably. If you want to get into Mercedes, they range from 50 to 70, $90,000 depending on which one you want to get into. So look, if I was at a car lot, if you want to get into a Lambo, okay, it's $600,000 and probably end up going to drop a lot more than that because that you're going to get probably something bone dry for only 600,000 when it comes to a Lambo. So if a person comes onto a car lot and they want a Lamborghini, does that mean they can afford it? What do you think, guys? Just because someone wants it doesn't mean anybody that wants it can afford it right now? What do you think?
No,
Mm,
no.
Right.
No.
So this is why a good salesperson is going to ask certain questions, right? Like what do you do for a living, right? So if they say something like, well, they're an engineer or they're like a high level marketing or high level salesperson, maybe, or if they're potentially some lawyers would want to get into a Lambo, right? Yeah, maybe, but not all professions pay the same, you know. And so just based on their profession, if they say that they manage a fast food restaurant, you might wonder if they really can afford a Lamborghini, right?
Right.
They might want a Lamborghini, but it might be a shock to them what the monthly payment on that lease would be or whatever. So good salesperson is going to figure out what a person is going to be able to fit into, because most likely they got something they can drive away in that day if they angle the conversation in the right direction. That'd be a good salesperson. So just like that, when you come into pool funding, we kind of want to drive people through the course. That's actually probably our best way of sorting out the serious people, right? So if we want people to be serious, they shouldn't have a problem with collecting information on the front end so that they have a very clear idea of what the offer is, right? I mean, doesn't make sense to tell someone something for a minute and say, okay, you ready to sign up? That would be probably unfair to all of us, including the person that would actually sign up for just, saying that, because how could they take it serious? But see, if they spent almost 2 hours going through a series of videos that was giving them kind of a step-by-step understanding what pool funding is and how it could benefit them, then when they actually start, they're coming in with that knowledge, right? So that's the real benefit. So we do want to kind of drive people through the course. The course is free, so that's not really going to be an obstacle there. It's just one of the things that I tell people to get them interested in taking the course. and say you realize that you're probably at some point going to be looking for funding, and usually you're going to end up over at the bank or something like that, asking for some sort of a loan, a car loan, business loan, loan for the house, loan to do home improvements on the house. There's a lot of reasons we go get loans, right? But most people don't give it much more thought than what they can afford the monthly payment. That's all they think. I can afford the monthly payment, and that's what the banks want you to think. They want you to think like that, don't they? But the last thing they want you to think about is the time it takes to repay back a loan. Okay, like if you got a $10,000 interest-free loan, and let's say you earn $25 an hour, it would take 400 hours of your time and hard work and effort to pay back that interest-free loan. And that's a lot of time. Don't you guys agree? That's just $10,000, right? What if you need 20? That's 800 hours, right? And so on. Our offer, by comparison, is you could get that $10,000 or $20,000 and not have to pay it back, and then it saves you that 400 to 800 hours of your time. And then, well, that makes sense. I would love to save that much time. If there's a way to get funding like that, well, yeah, let me have you take a course. You can, by the time it takes you to watch a good movie, you could be done with the course. You just a series of videos, explains everything. And then at that point, you're prepared to make a good decision whether this is going to be a fit for you or not. And I can accept yes or no either way, And then let that kind of sort people out. And the people that say yes, they're going to be way more serious. And when you tell them, yeah, really, we're not just offering you 10 or 20,000 here, we're offering you a chance to become a millionaire. And it's not like a long shot lottery type chance, guys. This is like, if you actually follow instructions, it's like almost a sure thing. If you follow instructions, the question is, can you or will you follow instructions? Will you take it serious? Okay. One of those instructions, of course, is showing up to training, okay, or at least watching it on YouTube. Now, so now we have a serious person, but now we got to figure out where they're going to start. Are they going to start on the $30 program, or are they going to start on the $300 program? Now, I'm not talking about them sending $30 to me, guys. I'm not talking about them sending $300 to me, guys. What we're talking about is loading their own wallet with $30, or loading their own wallet with $300, so that they have what we call an operating budget. Because in order to plug into, what we do here at Pool Funding, okay, they have to have an operating budget. And all those that have been in for a while, they totally understand that. But a new person, they think they're making an investment. This is not an investment, right, guys? This is not an investment, right? If this was an investment, wow, it would be the ROI, and it's through the roof. What we offer is a system. In order to plug into the system, you have to have some operating capital to work with, and that gets you to the point where you've got time to get a couple of people on your team, because we're leveraging people too. Okay. And then a person, all they need, if they want to shoot for the $1 million opportunity, they just need 4. And it doesn't matter if all 4 of them start in the $1 pool or the $10 pool. It don't matter. It doesn't matter where they start, because you could literally take a person that starts at the $30 $1 pool, and a month later, maybe they went out there and just spread the world really, really quickly, and they got like 10 people to join the $1 pool with them right away, because it's only $1 per day per person, and everybody could do that all around the world. So it's probably going to grow faster for each person, and then that gives them they can accumulate the necessary money that they need to then upgrade to the $10 pool. They're not going to leave the $1 pool behind. It's that they'll start paying out $11 a day instead of just $1 a day. That's how it's going to work. So they can just keep ramping up to the $100 pool and the $1,000 pool. And let's say they get 4 solid people out of maybe the original 10 that they signed up in the $1 pool that run with them all the way up to the $1,000 pool. and everybody's serious. Everybody's like, you know, they're doing what it takes. They're following instructions. They're you know, asking good questions as needed, and there's no mystery to what we're doing. We're very transparent and open and ready to communicate whatever a person needs at any time to help them take the next step, whatever that might be, or get them through any challenges that they might encounter along the way. So everything is set for a person to actually make it. This is not a lottery win, okay? To get to $1 million a year, you can start in the $30 pool, but it would be a disservice to take that person. Let's say they had $100. They don't have 300, they have 100. Yeah, they could get by for a while in the $10 pool, but most likely it's going to end up like a disaster where they run out of the, you know, I call it the ice cube melted all the way down. You know, their operating budget went to zero because they didn't add people quickly enough to it. Because it'd probably be a little more challenging to add people to the $10 pool than it is for the $1 pool for people that should be in the $1 pool, right? Because usually, as the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. You know, so the $1 people tend to be with other people that kind of are $1 people, and $10 people are kind of with people that are $10 people. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of comes down to which country you're in, honestly. So the economics are different from country to country. So make sure that we start people in a way that they can succeed for sure. And let's not gamble their success by rushing them into something they're not ready for. Okay. Now, in most cases, I'd say better than 90% of the time, if you're in the US and you're an American, I would say most likely you're going to start in the $10 pool, probably do both pools at the same time. You'll do the 10, you'll do 3 accounts in the $10 pool and 1 account in the $1 pool on day 1, and just roll and keep rolling both of those, and then you have both options on the shelf to offer to the world as you're promoting this and sharing it, and getting people to take the course. You take the same course whether you're coming for 30 or coming for 300, same course, okay, same information. But the point is, it's better that someone that can afford to do 300 does the 300, because if you put them down in the $30 program, they might not be excited enough to push that timer button every day. Can you imagine? Like, yeah, I made $1 yesterday. What kind of joke is this, right? Some people might think, if you can afford $300 and then you go and click on the button and, oh, I made $1 today, you know, they might not feel like the reward's high enough for them to be motivated. So, you making sure you get the person in the right start. It's either $30 or $300. This decision and the sponsor's influence on their referral does make a huge difference. We want to use some wisdom when we're guiding people through this choice. Do you, any questions, guys, about this? Did I strike a chord with any of you? Am I right or wrong? Tell me that.
You're right.
100% right.
You're right.
You're right.
Okay, good. I might know a thing or two about pool funding. So anyway, so yes, guys, let's be smart as we go out there and we're building. We are growing. Today, I'd say the month of June, we're having one of the record growth months we've ever had since the inception, and you can tell by our chart. You know, the PFB coin is going to the moon already. It hit an all-time high yesterday, like $70,000 per coin. Yesterday, PFB was more expensive than a Bitcoin. How about that, guys?
Wow.
Like, wow, right? Pretty cool
Wow.
stuff. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for all of you that chose to be here live. I think you're getting a special treat by being here live. It is interactive, and feel free as you come in live, feel free to interact with me and talk, okay? We can even, talk about whatever is on your heart or mind. I'm really open to everybody, and even if it might be a little bit off topic, I'm willing to engage you, for a minute or two, on things like that in a live setting, when it's not being recorded, no problem. Okay. And so those of you who come here live, you are getting that kind of treatment. You're getting, we'll just say the red carpet treatment for the people that come live. Okay. We want more live people here. Then those of you catching us on YouTube, Well, you're catching it on TV, okay? It's not the red carpet for you, but you know, it's kind of like watching on TV, right? So the big event happening on your screen. And we do appreciate you, and we would love to get a like from you, and so have you subscribe to the channel. And we always enjoy those positive comments, so keep those rolling in. We do appreciate. All right, everybody can unmute now, and we can say goodbye.
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 Hasta luego.
Bye.
Good day or
Have
evening,
a
everyone.
Great evening.
Bye, everyone.